Hello everybody, my name is John McCall and welcome to this video about Division 2. Today I want to show you a close combat build that I'm using a lot. With this build you have a lot of damage, good survivability, and it's pretty fun to play. You can use this build for pretty much every PVE activity. So let's get started. Let's take a look at the specialization first. I'm using the Fireball for this build. The main reasons are the Striker Shield and these two shield mods, but there's some other good things in it, like the plus 30% health on kill. Also the medkit is pretty good. Your medkit recovers 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. You help out your allies as well. Allies deal plus 10% damage to enemies that are within 10 meters of you. As I said, it's a close combat build, so there will be a lot of enemies that are within 10 meters of you. Next, let's take a look at the weapons that I'm using. I'm using the Dark Zone only named SMG, the Apartment. It comes with SMG damage, critical hit chance, and I roll damage to target out of cover on it. The talent is perfectly measured. The top half of the magazine has 20% rate of fire and minus 27% weapon damage. The bottom half of the magazine has minus 20% rate of fire and 33% total weapon damage. It's pretty good for burst damage, but be aware that you only use this gun with a build that has a lot of weapon damage, otherwise it's not worth it because you lose 27% weapon damage on the first half of the magazine. The mods that I'm using on the Apartment are plus 5% critical hit chance on the scope, plus 5 critical hit chance laser pointer, plus 5 critical hit chance suppressor, and on my magazine I have plus 20 rounds, minus 10% reload speed. As I said, the Apartment is a Dark Zone only item. There will be another Dark Zone only item later in this video. Dark Zone only means that it only drops in the Dark Zone, but if you don't like to farm in the Dark Zone, there are other ways to get those items. One way is out of the named item cages. You get those during the season, during league and global events. You can even buy more of them during the global event from the season vendor. The other way is that you check the Dark Zone vendor every week. They reset every week, and if you're lucky enough the items are on sale, then the only thing you have to do is go into the Dark Zone, get your Dark Zone credits together, and then you can buy them from the vendor. As my secondary, I'm using the named shotgun, the Mob. It comes with shotgun damage, damage to armor, and very important, the 10% armor on kill. I play it with Preservation. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. This is where my survivability comes from. Every time I'm low at armor, I switch to the Mob, kill some enemies, and regain all my armor. The mods that I'm using on the Mob are 20% reload speed on the magazine, otherwise the reload speed is pretty slow. Plus 5% critical hit chance scope and plus 5% critical hit chance laser pointer. For the sidearm, I'm using my TDI card custom. It's not important which sidearm you use on this build, because you're not gonna use your sidearm for this build anyway, so you can put there whatever you want. If you take a look at the gear that I'm using a 4-piece Hunter's Fury. Let's start with the mask. On my mask I have weapon damage, critical hit damage, and a critical hit chance mod. Hunter's Fury gives you with 2 pieces 15% shotgun damage, 15% SMG damage. With 3 pieces you get 20% armor on kill and 100% health on kill. With 4 pieces you get the talent Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. It's a close combat build, so I will be within 15 meters of the enemies all the time, so I get this 20% weapon damage, and after 5 kills the stacks are full and I get another 25% weapon damage. That means a total of 45% weapon damage only out of the Hunter's Fury set, and that is insane. I'm using the Hunter's Fury chest with weapon damage, critical hit damage and a critical hit chance mod. The talent on it is Endless Hunger, increases the duration of Apex Predator stacks from 10 to 30 seconds, so now the stacks last 30 seconds, not only 10. With this I'm able to keep up the stacks almost all the time. The holster is the next Hunter's Fury piece with weapon damage and critical hit damage. For the backpack I'm using the exotic backpack Memento that comes with 3 core attributes: weapon damage, armor and skill tier, and I have a critical hit damage mod on it. The talent is kill confirmed. Enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. Collecting trophies provides both a short and a long term buff, the first of which scales with the number of core attributes equipped and lasts 10 seconds. The short-term buff gives you for every red core attribute plus 5% weapon damage. On this build I have 5 red core attributes, that means 25% weapon damage. For every blue core attribute you gain plus 10% bonus armor. On this build I have 2 blue core attributes, that means plus 20% bonus armor. And for every yellow core attribute you gain plus 5% skill efficiency. On this build I only have 1 yellow core attribute, so that means 5% skill efficiency. For the long term buff, for every trophy collected gain an additional plus 1% weapon damage, plus 1% skill efficiency and plus 0.1% armor regen for 300 seconds, maximum 30 stacks. So after 30 trophies I gain another 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency and 3% armor regen. If you don't have the Memento yet, go and get him because it's an awesome piece. On my gloves I have the named 511 Death Grips. These are Dark Zone only as well. 511 gives you plus 10% health. These are with armor, 10% armor on kill, which is pretty important, and 12% critical hit damage. The Kneepads are the last Hunter's Fury piece with weapon damage and critical hit damage. On my skills I'm using the Firewall Shield, as I said at the beginning of the video, with the 2 Firewall Shield mods, the plus 8% shield health and the plus 8% active regen. On the 3rd slot I'm using a 4% damage bonus per every enemy that is in front of my shield. As my 2nd skill I'm using the Revive Hive, just in case when I go down, so I get back up. Last but not least, let's take a look at the stats real quick. I got 122k weapon damage, 58% critical hit chance and 170% critical hit damage. That's where my damages come from. And I got 1.1 million armor and 330k armor on kill. That is where my survivabilities come from. So that was my Close Combat Hunter's Fury build. Of course there are a lot of different ways to put together a Close Combat or Hunter's Fury build. That is how I put it together and it works out for me fine. If you have another idea for a Close Combat build, or if you have an idea to improve even my build, or if you have a question about my build, please use the comment section down below. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay tuned and don't miss any new video that I'm putting up online. I will add some gameplay footage at the end so you can take a look at the build in action. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till the next time.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
right there. He's flanking. Damn.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial.
You hear that? Shut up.
Die, Division asshole! Damn, shield!
Enemy too close. Damn you! Stop hiding behind. Someone out there?
Incoming backup request.
Get the hell away from me! This thing has me! Come on!
Damn it. The True Sons have turned the memorial. You gotta find a way to close up that tunnel.
Serious trauma detected.
Body rebel! We lost one!
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
Goddamn
Get back! Cover won't save you!
This is it!
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.